You know, I mean, like we have
Last year I was able to churn. Like starting in the 1st of December, I was able to start flipping and flipping and flipping, and I had
right.
a $11,000 Amazon month alone. Not
Yeah.
this year. And also, I've been seeing sales have been really weak on Amazon versus Walmart. So there's definitely a shopping shift going on. And I will say, would say shopping down, going to a Walmart website versus an Amazon.
Yeah.
But they're also not, people don't price anything. And I'll just leave it at that. I sell quite a few things a lot more and a lot faster on Walmart than Amazon.
I think you'll see a huge influx of Walmart sellers in 2025 because all of the huge reselling content creators are already like pushing it heavily. There's multiple courses out there, so I think it's one of those things where you got to get in early and kind of, like you are, Lath, and the stuff you sell makes sense to sell over there. It's weird that we live in a time where certain things are like just better on certain platforms. It's almost as if certain business models are better on certain platforms. So yeah, I think you're right. You got to go where the money is. And the new payment system on Amazon, it is. I get it on their side, but as like from the seller's perspective, tying people's money up for like months at a time, it doesn't make sense to me.
And to send something to liquidation, that's 6 months.
Yeah.
A liquidation invoice is 6 months. And then I think I've seen that they sent stuff to liquidation that I did not authorize to go to liquidation. So I had about $1,000.
Yeah, me too.
Real $1,000 worth of high end.
Yeah, I was furious on that. I still to this day am livid. And then I got a nasty note because I sent refunds manager out. I sent them notes. All because what they did is they changed that setting without telling everybody.
Yep.
So for years I have, it has not been checked. Then they checked it and they destroyed $100 games that were returned. That they just, instead of checking them, they just said, "Oh, damaged by the buyer. It was scheduled for liquidation," and they liquidated them. I was so.
No, these were listings that mysteriously. The listing vanished, and then they sent it directly to liquidation.
Yeah.
$130 toner, $100 rifle tool.
Yeah, I had a big problem.
They gave me $1.35 for a $75 rifle tool.
Yep, I got 40 cents for a $100 game.
Yeah,
4 cents, not 40.
Well, you're lucky they didn't charge you.
So anybody have any questions, any headaches before I jump into giving away all of my hard-earned dollars?
Mike, is the World of Books the same as Sell Back Your Books?
Yeah, I think Sell Back Your Books sold the company to World of Books, or they sold majority stake.
But on the app, when you're scanning it and it shows up Sell Back Your Books, it's still valid with World of Books?
Yep, that's exactly what I've been doing. And the same price for free shipping, $7.50. I sent in 3 textbooks to them this past week, so I haven't seen any change yet. But they could change it. I think it's still early on, so they haven't really made any big adjustments yet.
Well, if it's 3 Colts, then hang on.
Yeah, I did send a textbook to Textbook Rush, one of the other companies, as well this week. So I'll let you know how that goes. But their minimum was $10, not $7.50 for free shipping.
Well, that's okay. I can hang on to the stuff. I just wanted to make sure that, if the app shows you're going to get anything from Sell Back Your Books, and I bring it home, it's still going to be worth something when I go to World of Books. And they've been good. They've been paying. They're sending checks. So I just didn't know if it was the same as the one on the app.
Anybody running any other headaches?
No. I had a nice, large amount of inventory on hand. And I chose right. And it sold. And it's been selling really good, even though I couldn't churn money.
Yeah, my sales have been up for December. I probably finish in September. That's where my brain is. December. My sales have been up for December. I'll probably finish. I might break 15 for December, and I haven't sent that much in. It's kind of cool. Like the question I asked, how many boxes I sent in this year. I think it's going to surprise some people. It surprised me when I went through and counted them. So, anybody got anything before I get into running in, doing these giveaways and running it down?
Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Joy.
Yeah, I sent you this question, but earlier, but I just answer here. I bought a few what are they called? Xbox One games in good condition. Then I remembered that you said if you don't have very good, you don't get the buy box. Are you saying I shouldn't buy them at all, or?
No, I'm saying just send them as very good instead of good.
Really, even if they're, I mean, the discs are okay, but the cover's not. I wouldn't call it very good, but send it in as very good.
I mean, as long as nobody doesn't, as long as it looks like it hasn't been peed on, I'd send it in as very good. I won't worry about it. Don't overthink it.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Can I interject?
I'll be exec for that.
Go ahead, fire away.
Yeah, so I've done a lot of video game sales recently, and what I've heard from a lot of video game resellers is that if the game has the manual, you do it as very good, but if it doesn't have the manual, then you list it as good, and you can actually also still get the buy box as good. In my condition, or in my SKU, I always put whether the video game is good or very good, so that when it sells, I can track it to kind of get like an estimate of like how many good ones are selling versus very good ones. But the rule of thumb is if it has a manual, then very good, and if it doesn't have a manual, then put it as good.
And so they all have manuals?
No, the Xbox Ones don't. Like the newer ones don't have manuals, so the Xbox Ones probably don't have anything on the inside.
Right. Okay. So Xbox Ones and PlayStation 4, anything from Xbox One and up to the new Xbox, and then PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5, most of those did not come with manuals. Sometimes I'll just chat GPT it really quick. I'll just type in the game, and then the console asks if it came with a manual, and it'll just let you know right off the bat.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. That helps.
Mm-hmm.
All right, most expensive item I sold this year. I think these people did their research, so shout out to them because I've actually showed this item in multiple videos, and it was a tie. So I had to give away 2 gift cards because 2 people guessed the same exact answer.
Actually, Mike, I thought you were doing it here, like now.
Oh, I got some for everybody sitting here as well. I'm just doing the poll ones first.
Okay.
So my most expensive item was that Benny Hill DVD collection I got from the library for $0.00. I sold it for $348.98. So it was a tie. Olivia and Cooper both guessed within $1. They both guessed $349.98. So maybe there was $1 discrepancy somewhere in there, but I showed it in the video. So they kind of cheated, but then again, they really didn't because at least they actually watched the YouTube video. So shame on you all for not guessing the same damn thing. But then I would have had to pay millions and trillions of dollars in gift cards. So I'm glad it was only a 2-way tie and not all of you guessed the same exact price. So the way this is going to work, I'm going to respond to these people in the YouTube polls. But everybody here, I'll cover that when we get here. I'm going to need your email address because I'm just going to send the Amazon digital gift cards right to your email addresses. So you can win more than once. And believe it or not, the least expensive item I sold was $5.83. I don't think I showed this this item, but Olivia also got that. So she's won 2 of the 3 YouTube polls. I swear it's not my alternate account, and I'm not just sending myself gift cards, but yeah, she guessed pretty close. I think she guessed like $5.90 or something. It was real close. A few of you were pretty close around the $5.83 mark, but she was the closest. And then the last one was how many boxes I sent this year. This number surprised me because honestly, I thought it was more than it is. I've only sent 158 boxes this year, so roughly a little bit more than 3 a week. It's not a lot of boxes to push, 6 figures in sales. If 3 boxes is the goal, I mean, that should be motivation for everybody to do 3 boxes next year because, I mean, that's not a lot of work. 3 boxes, even if it's disc media, it's really not that much. So that was Blake. I believe that's Blake B. Silviera. He's not here, but He won that one. So that covers the YouTube polls. Each one's going to be a $10 Amazon gift card emailed to you. So Olivia will get $20. Cooper, when I get his email, the same with Blake, they'll each get 10. How many items does your average shipment have in it? Julian, I'll pay you $2 an hour to go count them all and then divide up the math. Because I am not. I was sitting there counting the pages and then the extra shipments on the last page because I got 100 shipments per page. So I had to count all the way up to 58, and my brain is like taxed from doing that alone. Rather yet, how many items versus how many per shipment.
Well, you know, like how many on average, at least? Like, do you use like Lowe's medium or like small boxes?
I use the
usually?
Lowe's 16 by 12 by 12. Every single box is that size. All right, now we're going to get into the ones for the people who are here. I need to set rules because you'll all be yelling stuff and kind of out of Home Depot or bust. This is Caleb, Antique Book Collective on YouTube. He's finally made it into one. He's probably out on his farm somewhere mining for gold or doing whatever the hell it is he does. So yeah, Home Depot sucks, dude. Lowe's all the way. Yeah, see, he knows. Lowe's 16, 12 by 12 every time. So the way this works is I'm going to put up like a picture. So it's the first person that gets the answer correct in the Zoom chat. I don't want everybody yelling. So make sure you have the Zoom chat open. All right. Some of them are related to reselling. Some of them are related to me personally. And I'm just going to pop it up on the screen. And the first person that puts it in the Zoom chat wins. Like I said, you can win more than once. If you win more than once and you want to give your gift card to somebody else that's here, I'm A-okay with that as well. So I'll give you guys a second to get ready so I can get ready. And yeah, let me get this pulled up here. Minimize you. All right.
We can't open the chat and see the picture at the same time.
Oh, well, I don't know what you're going to do then.
I'm going to scream it out.
Well, then you scream it out, and then whoever types it wins. You can maybe you can team up with somebody. You can type it out, and then whoever types it in first. It's whoever types it is getting the damn prize, all right? Because I figured you would be yelling stuff. This would turn into some kind of riot here. Everybody's yelling different things. So the chat's the only way we kind of can do this in some type of civilized way. All right, first one's coming up. Can you see it? Is it there? It's 3 words. Let me say. Sigil wins. Don't sell textbooks. I mean, quick with the draw, Sigil. $10 in your pocket for the time being. Sell all the textbooks. I'm going to get security to drag your ass on out of here. All right, Sigil's already got his $10. Let's get on to the next one here. Stop my screen share.
Sigil cheats.
No one can see it on YouTube.
No one can see it on YouTube. Oh, that's right, because it's not I don't have the thing pulled up on YouTube. But it doesn't show my Zoom screen when I share my screen?
It shows your Zoom, but it doesn't show what you're sharing. I don't know why.
Alright, well, let me see if I can figure that out.
You can do a test of the one you did.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is actually going to be able to work. People in YouTube land might be kind of screwed out of seeing what's going on, but at the end of the day, what can you do? I'm not no wizard here with this stuff.
I think if you just share your actual screen instead of sharing Zoom, that should work. On Streamlabs.
On Streamlabs.
Yes.
Zoom call. Settings.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try it this way. All right, number 2 coming up here. Let me get it kind of put together. Share screen, share. Is it up?
Yeah.
French Geek wins. Tracking expenses. Let Deb do it. She's behind me yelling at me. All right.
Yeah, that's good. We can see it.
All right. French Geek on the board with 1.
Make sure you write them down.
Oh yeah, that would probably help. She made like a little list for me to write things down. I'm just... The question is, are you really French? No, you're not really French. I'm way too stupid for this game. Run from the IRS. I was never good at those picture things like my rest.
We do have a French guy in our group.
Yeah.
Oktar or whatever his name is. So we do have somebody who's French.
All right. So let me see here. Let me get the next one pulled up. All right. Sharing screen. Away we go. Oh, this one's got people stumped. Deb said this one would be tough. All right, I couldn't throw all easy ones in there. All right.
I was able to get it, but
Deb was able to get it, but she said none of you will be able to get it, and she might be right. All right, so get ready for the hint because the hint's going to give it away. All right. One of my favorite TV shows. There you go. Unsolved Mysteries. Rich S with the win. See, that one was a little bit harder. You guys are easy. You're used to the easy ones. Although Uncle Jeff's stealing money in the night. That should be worth it by itself.
Yes, it should.
Inspector Crusoe, I have no idea who, I mean, Inspector Gadget, I grew up on Inspector Gadget, but I have no idea who the hell Inspector Crusoe is or where he's from or what he does.
Clouseau, and it's Peter Sellers.
Who's Peter Sellers?
It's the Pink Panther
movies.
Inspector Clouseau.
Oh, from the Pink Panther movies, that makes sense. All right, so we don't have any 2-time winners yet, so I'm happy with how it's going. We don't got nobody winning everything. All right, this one I was on the fence about. I feel like Deb came up with this one. I feel like somebody should be able to get this one for sure. E.T. Sigil knocked it out the park immediately. I swear I did not give him the cheat sheet answers. Might as well just send all my money over to this guy.
Yeah, that sounds good. We can just do that. Cut the live stream.
I'm going to tell everybody at the end that these payments are actually deferred. You got to wait 60 days for it to clear like in Amazon land.
Typical.
Typical. We all should be used to it by now.
Make sure you deduct your 50% fee as well before you send the payment.
And the YouTube 30% fee, so that knocks you down right away. I'll donate it back for a free call. Yeah, you win a free call with Roz. All right, this one is kind of tough, but I am confident that somebody's going to be able to get this one fairly quick. This is another one Deb came up with as well, so. No, you're on the right track. You're on the right track. Everybody's on the right track. It's one word. Deb. Julian got it. Deb, cats, and she's the boss over here on the right. So, Julian. All right. Nice. There we go. Making progress. I knew somebody would get that. You just got to think a little bit outside the box with that one. Feeding my cats. I had to feed them before this.
Cat lady, same.
Let me close out these ones that I had open. All right, you guys, you still got 5 more chances here, all right? We're doing 10 in total. This one has the most icons of them all. What was it? It was Deb. This is exhausting. All right, this is a fun one. Get chat open. Here comes to share my screen. You guys are letting Sigil win everything. I'm gonna have to drag him out of the room. Where can I buy Gaylords?
I knew it would be Sigil.
This is fun for me. If it wasn't actually fun to participate, I wouldn't be playing. But I'll chill now. I'll let some other people win.
This guy, he's up to 3 so far.
Hold on. Y'all are on a keyboard. I'm on my phone. I gotta like squint.
He's on a PDA. He's got his beeper going off. He's trying to send the beeps. He was beeping them like. Sigil's got the fastest computer.
I told you, Sigil cheats.
I'm on my phone too.
he's got VAs on the line. He's got multiple people typing shit up. All right. This is an easy one. This should be one of those ones everybody gets right away. It's just going to be a matter of who can send it the fastest. Sigil's refraining himself from responding right away. Price tanking. Julian takes his second prize. I mean, 2 for Julian, 3 for Sigil. The guys are going to be banned. I think that's where we're headed. We need a female to win this next one. Close out of these. All right, this one might be a little bit tougher. Go-to lister, Terrence, the man who was complaining that he was too slow. We'll accept your answer even though it says go-to listers. We will still accept your answer, sir.
I appreciate it.
All right, we got 2 shots left here. Here we go. Scan the bottom shelf. I got to give my money to Caleb. I'm already a member of his channel. Now I got to give him an extra 10 bucks.
I can't type that fast.
I know, dude. I'm telling you. I needed to have one for the seniors, right? I should have had a separate call for the seniors so they could easily type things in and not have to worry about these young kids with their fancy computers typing stuff in right away.
No more senior shit. We already told you that. We're going to get you demonetized on YouTube for saying shit.
the older, wiser folk. I should have had one specifically for.
They're
All
using
right.
ChatGPT to get the answer quick.
It took me longer to
Right.
to make these things up myself than it is for you guys answering them. I'm sitting here for like hours yesterday trying to think of these damn things. All right, here we go. Last one. Screen share. Yo-yo ring scanner. Tatiana, you answered that in like half a second flat. I was watching for the chat to pop up.
She scanned it in with her ring
It
scanner.
off by 1 second each time.
It's true. She has been like.
Tatiana cheats too.
All right, that's all my shekels to hand out today. I don't know if you guys want to hang out for a little bit. I got nothing going on. This year's been. I'm ready for 2024 to be over. It's been a brutal year, just on the personal side for me. Family members passing away, our cat passing away. Business has been great, best it's ever been. But you know, business don't matter when real life smacks you upside the head quite a few times. So I'm ready for 2025 to kind of get here. Like I said, sales have been rocking and rolling for me. I got no complaints about how it's been going. I don't know. It's been boring, but boring is good in this business. Section 3s are still going around out there. Make sure you got all your ducks in a row. If you get one, make sure you reach out. We'll kind of work your way through it. Doesn't matter the category. They still exist. Don't send in the textbooks. Just sell them to the buyback companies. They'll give you. I found most textbooks I've found in years this past week at thrift stores. I sent 4 to the buyback companies this week. I usually never find them. So maybe some of the thrift stores now are kind of steering away from actually selling those as well nowadays. Worst year of 8 years for us, not selling media yet. Yeah, I mean, it is. I will say this, the economy and everything, inflation, it's been brutal for the majority of people out there, especially if you weren't ahead before all this nonsense started happening. It's harder than it's ever been to kind of dig yourself out of a hole, and people don't have the money to spend. And I've thought about this too, like my approach for 2025. It's like I want faster moving everyday value items instead of like the huge item that cost, $300. I feel like the meat and potatoes, I hate that saying. We should just do away with it altogether. Like the DVDs and CDs and books priced between $8 and like $25 is kind of where I want the majority of my business to be, because it doesn't cost that much for somebody to go buy it. And I just feel like the sell-through I've had with the $9.99 and the $17.99 stuff and the $19.99 stuff has carried my business the second half to like, that's going to be my focus. I'm going to continue to pump things in at $17.99 if there's no FBA, maybe $19.99 depending on what it looks like. But I feel like that's where we have to be. We have to be a little bit more realistic with how things are. Cheap sellers are where to go in this economy. Yeah, your high ticket items are dead right now. It's so tough because it's amazing when you can sell an item for $100, right? Or a DVD set for $350. But I mean, how many people, what's the percentage of people that are going to spend $350 on Benny Hill, right? Like, it's still out there. You'll still get the sales, but like some of the slower moving stuff, you could argue that maybe it's going to be even more slower moving just because people don't have the expendable income. And shit is so expensive right now. You got the whole crazy political system's going to be new president coming in, so that'll be crazy. I just keep my head down and do my time, honestly. That's kind of my focus, is blocking out all the noise. And regardless, whoever's in office, whoever isn't in office, ain't going to change your life either way. The only way you're going to do that is send in more items. And I'm only sending in 3 damn boxes a week on average. So you all should be out there crushing me like the little bug I am, because that is not a lot of inventory. I mean, you could argue 3 boxes a week, you could source that in a day. You could easily list that in the same day. So, I mean, that goes to show you don't have to have a lot of inventory. You just need quality, faster moving stuff. I want to find more of the stuff where I spend $2 and I make $3, but the sales score is 150, right? Like, I know it gets there, it's going to sell. And if it gets returned, it's going to sell again, and it's going to sell again. That is where my focus wants to be. I'll still take my shots, right? I'm not saying don't send in the higher profit long tail stuff, but I think if you focus on higher sell through, even if the profit isn't as high, you will see a big boost in your cash flow. And in the realm of things, you sell more items. That's how you get that account health assurance, where they won't just jam you up over one item. They'll reach out, but take that with a grain of salt. I have account health assurance, but I don't think that really means anything. I just think it's another stupid thing Amazon kind of puts in place. So I want faster moving items, even if the margins are lower. I'm going further upstream again this year. I have an estate sale I'm going to tomorrow. I really don't go to estate sales, but guess what? It's before the estate sales open to the public, so I guess it's really not going to a estate sale because I get to pick through everything before it's open. That's the type of stuff I want to focus on in 2025, kind of being a cheater in the game. And I had one-on-ones earlier today before this call, and I told her, I said, we think everybody out there is like really hustling. And Sigil brought it up on the next level call we had. You gotta really want this business, and I'm in the perspective, maybe you all see it different than me, but my perspective is that resellers, they don't work nowhere near as hard as they make it out to see, right? So if we're all sitting here today, right, maybe you're the person that thinks, oh man, they're sending in 10 boxes a week, or they're out there every single day. I think it's the opposite. I think there's still a huge opportunity. I mean, think about how long CDs and DVDs have been ungated for everybody, for $20, for $40, right? Like, everybody thought, oh, you put this video out, everybody's going to sell CDs, everybody's going to sell DVDs. I don't think anything's changed in the market. Sure, maybe there's a few more players, but I don't think it's made any significant dent in what you can get for CDs or DVDs. So for me, I'm like, let's just double down on what's working for you in your business. And for me, it's avoiding the Goodwills, it's getting the better inventory, it's going to more record shops, it's going a little bit further out to some of the smaller stores. That's going to be my focus next year, and focusing on faster moving inventory. Even if the margins are lower, there's not many things in this universe where you can spend $2 and get $3 back, or spend $1 and get $4 back. That's kind of what you have to have. Like, you need to sell the stuff. That's another thing I want to bring up. Pricing your stuff to sell. When you initially send it in, price it to sell. Nobody ever wants to wait in line for anything. I'm trying to think, like anything in life, right? Nobody wants to wait in line to get the new iPhone. They want to be the first one in. Nobody wants to wait in line to get on a ride at Disney World. They want to be the first one on the ride. So why not just kind of double down on that with the business and the items you're sending in? If you're spending $1 and instead of making $10, $11, you can make $9 and get the sale, be the first one to sell it. We should be taking that every single time. I'm a firm believer in we need to sell shit. We don't need to store stuff. We don't need to have crazy big inventory numbers. You want to have 0 items in inventory because that means you sold everything, right? I don't want to have inventory of 10,000 items. Is it possible? Sure, if I stumble into like crazy big bulk lots, but you don't need to have thousands and thousands of items. There's people that run a lean inventory of well under 1,000 items and do over 10K a month in sales in the media realm. It's just a matter of finding the quality and leaving the junk behind and kind of picking and choosing your spots with the long tail stuff. I'm still going to send it in, right? I'm still going to do it, but start thinking about removal fees. Everybody's fine with being like, I'll wait, I'll be the third one to sell. But then your time never comes and you got to get the stuff removed because they're not going to buy it at liquidation. Then you're going to look back and say, man, I wish I would have priced it down because now I got to pay $3, $4, $5 to get the book removed, to get the CD removed, to get the DVD removed. So be aggressive with your pricing. Don't think you're going to tank the listing. Worst comes to worst, if me and you were on the listing, who cares? We get through it. Be as cheap as you ever can. We talked about how the economy is. Well, guess what? That means your dollar is worth a lot more. You have a lot more leverage when you walk into a situation and you say, hey, I see you got this listed on Facebook Marketplace. I got $100 cash. All of a sudden, they got this pile of shitty DVDs that they've been trying to get rid of, and a $100 bill might be a fifth of what they asked for, but nobody else wants this stuff. I'm still a firm believer that when we reach out to these Facebook listings, at least in my experience, because I've seen some of the ones I reach out to, They sit there. Nobody else wants to buy media besides us. That is it. They're not. People aren't clamoring, asking them, hey, like you are the only person offering them. So stand firm on your offer. Start low, don't start high. Get in there, knock out a few bulk deals. I mean, a few bulk buys, all of a sudden your business is rocking and rolling. That's what it did for Bev this year. Like Bev was chugging along and she stumbled into a few bulk buys and she's knocking it out the park right now. So it doesn't take a lot. You just got to kind of look for it, right? You got to open your eyes and be on Facebook Marketplace, search for CDs, search for DVDs, filter it to local pickup, lowball people. I was trying to give free stuff away on Facebook Marketplace, and let me tell you, it is a nightmare. You know how many people message me, is this still available? It says right in the post, once it's gone from the curb, I'm taking it down. I got like 30 people message me if things are still available. So there's plenty of opportunity out there still, I think, in the media space, especially with bulk buys, and especially when you have a little bit of cash to pay up for these things. And keep looking for the bulk relationships. You've seen it in the group this year alone, right? Like I just told you guys, the estate sale I'm going to tomorrow, I got that through that stupid email. That's it. That's all I did. I sent that stupid email to everybody, and I literally have, whenever this guy has an estate sale, I get the text message to show up before everybody else, and I get to pick through everything else. And all I did was send a random email with no photo, no nothing. So if you're in that situation where you don't think you can find the inventory or the inventory's not there, then I challenge you to send that email by the end of the year to every source in your area, and I promise you, one or two of them every single month, you get a carload, you get a few boxes full for next to nothing. The good stuff, the quality stuff, the rest is history. I mean, that's all this comes down to is relationships. Relying on thrift stores, I can't help you there. I've been saying that for years, right? Thrift stores are good when they're good, and when they're bad, they're bad. And usually when they go bad, they never come back, right? Like, the Tommy Boy doesn't set foot in a Goodwill, and I only do maybe once every 3 months, and that's just to kind of, I don't know, just to see if some miracles happen. Interested, is there a template post video about us? You're in the Discord, right? Just shoot me a message in Discord and I'll just send it over to you. It's the easiest thing to do. I mean, honestly, there's nothing easier than making up an email. The email's already done for you, and just getting all the places and all the email addresses and sending it out. One relationship, Sigil, perfect example of it. Looked around, found an amazing relationship that literally is going to probably 10x his business next year. There's one stupid shoot your shot. You know, it's not even as scary as like ask. It's nowhere near as scary as me when I had to ask Deb out, right? Like sending a random email ain't nothing compared to asking a girl out or asking a guy out. Like so. Shoot your shot. I mean, it's crazy the opportunity that's still out there. I know you're going to see a lot of like purging resellers. It's the new year, so you're going to see the negative videos of should you resell? Reselling's dead. This is the end of reselling. The tax man's coming to take all your money. That's all BS. Yeah, you got to pay your taxes, but us as resellers, if we're doing any type of bookkeeping, we can severely reduce our tax burden when it comes to how much we pay to the IRS. So block out all the noise, double down on yourself, and scan this shit. There's no difference between me and you besides I just scan more items. So if I make more money than you on Amazon, it's only because I scan more items, and that allows me to find more items, and then I send more items. Another thing that's been great for me, fiction books and kids books. Nobody in the book selling universe will tell you to scan fiction or kids books, but I'm here to tell you there's a lot of fiction books that sell really, really fast, as in your box is scanned at UPS and the item's sold. You can get these fiction books for like 50 cents. You can just literally sell hundreds, thousands of fiction books. Same with kids books. I went to the thrift store the other day. Me and Deb were doing some clothes shopping, and the amount of kid books I got, it's insane. Don't scan all the little kids books. I'm talking about the hardback ones that got the nice little dust jacket. Pick through those. Book scanners don't scan kids books. You go to a library sale, you got library sale, you don't feel like going to deal with the crazies, go the last day. $5 fill a bag. I guarantee you go to the kids book section, you will make an absolute killing just from that alone, and you don't got to deal with none of the crazy people running you over, throwing the elbows that they throw. So that's kind of my 2 cents. Anybody got anything to add on to how do they feel about where they're at reselling, and what do they feel like the market's going to do? I think the market's going to be the same, if not a little better, But I mean, if you argue that it was a down market in 2024, and I only did 3 boxes a week, and I'll wind up doing probably 120,000 in sales, like, the sky's the limit, because that is not much work at all. I'm here to tell you that much. So if this was a down year, I don't even want to know what the good year looks like, because I'm going to be, rolling in the money more than I already am. I don't work hard at all. 3 boxes is nothing.
Well, Mikey, it's not a down year for Amazon, and that's for sure. And supposedly we are the major component of Amazon's business, or third-party sellers, because just look at the stock price. It's gone from $160. It's up now $225. So
stock market is not the economy, Roz.
They're not hurting at all.
It's not correlated. Stock market and economy is not a direct correlation at all.
Whatever, dude.
I trade the stock market every day.
Amazon is doing very well. Just FYI.
Oh, yeah, Amazon's making a killing. It just,
I know.
I think what we were talking about early on in the call is, and you can't blame them. Imagine the amount of idiot sellers Amazon has to deal with on a daily basis, right? So of course they're going to make it tougher. But I challenge everybody sitting here today, you all already jumped through the majority of hoops you're going to have to jump through. So why not double down on what's working? You already signed up. You already had to do the stupid video verification. You already got ungated. You had to do your little thing. You had to wait for your money to come through. And you already knocked down all those walls. I mean, think about somebody that's going to start on Amazon in 2025 and how far ahead of you already are. And even when you started on Amazon, just showing up to your video verification and sending your first box already puts you leaps and bounds ahead of people. And for some reason, we think that, oh, I just sent my first box, or I only have 200 pieces of inventory. I'm here to tell you that the majority of people never send their first box, and if they do, that's their first and last box. So don't sell yourself short. You're leaps and bounds ahead of the majority of these people, and usually it's the loudest ones that ain't doing the most, right? It's the quiet ones you got to watch out for. These people that are out there chirping, complaining, this and that. It's all noise. It's always going to be there. If it ain't, me complaining about it, it'll be Johnny complaining about it. And if it ain't Johnny, it'll be Roz. There's always somebody else that's going to be. You can always find the answer you're looking for, especially in a negative mindset, right? If you think that Amazon sucks and you're not getting money, you're going to keep searching. You're going to keep going in groups until you find that answer. So you can be like, yeah, Roz thinks it sucks too, and we can have a big suck party. Block that nonsense. I never got into none of that at all. This business is what you make it into. I mean, look at the crazy ass group of people sitting here, all walks of life. There ain't nothing stopping you. Nothing at all. All jobs, no jobs, unemployed like myself, full-time teachers, people with their family helping them out, people with their kids helping them out, part-time hustlers. I mean, every walk of life is literally defined in this group, and everybody can make it work. Nothing good comes easy, that's true. And reselling is not spun up as a tough job, right? I still say it's not tough, but if I really think about it, I mean, it's kind of tough scanning thousands of items every single week. But when you see social media or the big time YouTubers, it's all, yeah, look, I just went to one store and I walked out with all this profitable inventory, and it's so easy. Just go get an Amazon account today. And like, that is not the case at all. But that's how it's spun up. So that's why people fall into the trap. People don't even know what the buy box is. People don't know you got to earn the buy box. They start selling books. They're like, I'm going to start selling books. And then they're like, why is nothing selling? And 3 months down the road, well, you send in 1 box a month. Of course, Amazon's not going to give you the buy box. So nobody even talks about it. Any other book channel, any other Amazon channel when it comes to buy box talk doesn't exist. And everybody that starts has no idea that they have to earn the buy box on Amazon. And they have no idea that once you get the buy box, your sales are gonna go up 90%. And most people never even get over that initial hurdle. So don't let that kind of deter you. If you are looking for the buy box, FBM, get another positive review. Send in fast moving, low profit inventory in that category. Create a forum post. Message me the forum post so I can go in and give it a thumbs up and comment on it. You have all the tools. I don't think there's anything else I can do for anybody here besides just come in and run my mouth once a week to kind of keep you all in line. You all know what you got to do. It's just a matter of you want to get out there and do it. That's all it comes down to. Unless you got all goodwills around you and you rely on goodwill, then you're kind of screwed. Although some people in the group get gaylords from the goodwill, and that's literally their business model, and they make a lot of money just from gaylords from the goodwill. Hey Mike, can I get that email too? I messaged you in Discord. Yeah, Anthony, I'll get it over to you.
Did you hear anything from Sell Back Your Book on this 19th date on the changeover? They want to make us go back to the Amazon seller amp.
What are you talking about? Sell Back Your
The
Book?
cutoff date of the 19th when they said they were going to start shutting some of these things down to check. Obviously, what they wanted you to do was use the Amazon seller app instead of these second or third party apps like GoToSell, these other apps. You haven't heard about that one?
No. You're talking about the API update. So
yeah.
The only program that I've personally asked about was GoToLister because I wanted to know that it's actually still going to work. They said that they're ready to go, but I've still assumed that there probably will be downtime. I'm not sure how much information Amazon gives them, so like the 19th and 20th might be downtime for basically all of software. So like if you're planning on sourcing, Scoutly might be shot. I would download the database the day before. Yeah.
Well, I sent everything in that I have today just to be sure, because I've heard different people talk about it could be anywhere from a day to 2 weeks. I hope not.
I also think, from what I've heard, Mike, that we might see changes in the processing of some of these things. Like even if GoToLister works, the way that you batch and the way that you're sending, like what I've heard from this is coming from a prep center, is that they have to make many more calls to the Amazon API than they were before. So if it was 4, it's now like 19 calls or something, and it might be at different points in the process. So that could really sort of affect how we use our various softwares, probably more for the listing and everything than the Scoutly type deals.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. If anything, worst comes to worst, take a few days off. A lot of us work way too much in this business, so and it's around the holiday time. So if there's ever been a week to take off, it's the week of Christmas. Deb says there's another gift card to give away. All right, Deb wants to give away more of my money. I don't know what her plan is, but
for the sole person that wore a festive hat today, Tommy Boy used a $10 Amazon gift card because I said so.
Wow! Did you hear that, Tommy Boy? Tommy Boy's not going to give up his information now because he don't want the $10.
I didn't hear what she said. I'm sorry.
She said you get a $10 gift card for being the only one that wore a festive hat like myself, even though the green screen can't see it.
Or probably the oldest guy here.
Or the oldest guy here. And I know your email address, so I don't even need to bug you for it, but I still will anyway.
Your hat makes your head look like it's on fire. Because like you're using your brain or something and your head blew up out the top.
Didn't have to do video verification. It could still happen, Brian. You're not out of the water. Usually once you start selling items, they'll actually be like, hey, we need to verify who you are because now you're selling a lot of items on our platform. So you're not out of the water yet. Back in my day, you didn't need to.
Anybody notice that Nashville warehouse is like mega slow right now? I mean, like 3 weeks and still not started receiving stuff.
How is GoToLister changing with the new API? I don't know exactly how it's changing. I just know that they said that there shouldn't be any downtime. But like I said, take that with a grain of salt. It's a huge change on Amazon's end. If all these softwares are going to have to change a lot of things, there's probably going to be issues on the back end. So if you plan on scouting the 19th onward, download the database on the 18th so you at least have some type of familiar data to go with. Because if not, you might be stuck with no data found. If you're using live only, I probably would not, go out sourcing those days because these headaches usually happen from time to time. I remember when Scout IQ would have times where it used to actually just go down randomly. I remember going out and running my routes, and some days Scout IQ would just be down. And I'd be so pissed. I'm just like, I go out, I source, it's down for like 3 hours. I come home and then by the end of the night it's back up and I'm like, oh my god. I didn't know back then. I used live only because Scout IQ live only was actually good back then. and yeah, I kind of be screwed. What day is it? I think it's the 20th is when Amazon's new API. I'm not sure. I'm not finding it on Google right away, so it's the 19th or 20th. Do you see my tree? Yes, you don't have a blurred background. I got a fake tree. You got a real tree. It's a nice tree. I approve. We got a little 4-foot tree over here that Deb decorates. What else we got? 8 minutes before we roll out of here.
Mike, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so from the UK and pretty new to, well, very new to this. The issue I have is in the UK, Scout IQ or Scoutly doesn't give an e-score or sales score for DVD and CD. Only book. What's your advice? How would you go about scouting for those items?
This is a loaded question. I wish I could give you a more direct answer because I'm not sure how many. See, in the US, I know how many like DVD listings are out there, so I could give you a sales rank, but I'm not sure how many. Let me see if I can Google it real quick. Amazon UK monthly sales rank chart.
I've reached out to them. They've both come back just to say that it's planned, but it's not available yet to give an e-score. So
no, you wouldn't need it if we knew exactly how much what the sales ranks are for these. But I think this is US, Canada, Mexico. All right, I got it figured out for you. I'm gonna send you the link so you can reference this in the chat, but I'll kind of explain it.
Yeah, thank you.
Recruiting chat. So they put out a monthly sales chart. You don't need to look at it every month. It kind of stays the same. And you kind of can see like what the top percentage rank is in every single category. So for CDs and DVDs, it actually almost looks the same as the US. So the top 3% for CDs is 168,000. Let's see what it is in the US. And the top 3% CDs for us is 252,000. So I would not go above that for CDs for you. So I would definitely not go above 100 and I would say 50K would be my highest.
For sales rank, yeah.
Yes, for CDs.
Okay.
Now for DVDs, it's a lot different than what we're used to. The top 3% for you in DVDs and Blu-rays is 48,000. Versus us, our top 3% is I don't even see it on here. They don't even have it listed for some reason for November. But I don't go above 250K in DVDs. So for you, I would probably stay underneath that 3% again. So I wouldn't go above 50,000 for DVDs.
50,000 and 150 for CD, yeah?
Yep.
Perfect.
And then if you're thinking like what's going to be a fast mover versus a slow mover, it looks like a fast moving DVD is going to be 8,000 and under. A fast moving CD is going to be 28,000 and under.
Okay.
And then your
That's
mid-range
awesome.
stuff is your CDs mid-range will be around 50K, and your mid-range DVDs will be around 16K.
That's great. That's been holding me back because I've got loads of opportunity with CD, DVD, but just wasn't quite sure how to go about buying it.
Yeah, that's going to be your best bet.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
No problem. And he puts one out every single month, Chris Gray, and it's absolutely free, that link, and you kind of can go in and see if there's huge fluctuations month to month, but it usually is basically almost the same across the board.
Okay, mate. Thank you.
Bev, that song comes on the radio, and I try singing it, and Deb laughs at me. Yeah, I know. It's probably like your all-time favorite Christmas song, and I just butcher it completely.
What song?
The Hawaiian Christmas song, the Melekiliki doo 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 doo. Yeah, that one. Yeah. All right, we're out of here, I guess. Anything else? I think I see you guys. I don't even know. All right, I need to know. Is my calendar cool for 2025? Yes or no? Tommy Boy, or not Tommy Boy. Johnny said I'm a loser for having a Catzilla calendar, right? So it's like all cats like destroying cities and things. You guys can't see it here.
Sorry.
To each his own.
To each his own. See, now that's, dude, that's like. Terrence says, all right, Terrence, your gift card just went down to $1. You can run your business any way you please. Yeah, that's what Johnny said to me. I had a cat. I upgraded from kittens, all right? I got a little bit more manly in 2025. I went from just kittens to Catzilla. I mean, I'm making progress here, all right? I'm slowly becoming more of a boy. I'm like Pinocchio, finally becoming a real boy. I got nothing else for you. That's it. Everybody here, I need your email address if you won. So message me on Discord. Everybody, you all have Discord. Yeah, even Caleb has Discord as well. Tommy Boy, I got your message as well, so I will. I'll throw that out there. Tommy Boy's going to give his away, so I'll pick someone randomly from the post and give away an extra $10 one because Tommy Boy's a man of the people. The theme doesn't matter. Only paper calendar in 2025. Dude, listen, I got so many people. I got all these one-on-ones like Raj. She cancels. She tells me the first Saturday, she cancels. Then it goes to the second Saturday, she cancels. I need paper calendars in my life or I would just go nuts trying to manage like a Google Calendar. Then I would have to send her links to re-sign up. Paper calendars are the way. And believe it or not, many, many moons ago, I used to, well, not me. Deb used to budget out all of my paychecks when I worked at Kmart for the whole year in like a paper book. Every single bill for the whole year was done paycheck by paycheck, and that's how I kind of got to the point where I am today, where I don't have, any debt or anything like that. It's crazy to think that writing down a full year of bills and half of the rent comes out of the first check of the month, half of the rent comes out of the second check a month. Writing stuff down kind of works good for a lot of people, and it works better for me than it does trying to figure out digital. I can understand how it works. It's too much of a headache for me. Own a print store for 10 years. May's paper's not fully dead yet. Michael Scott's younger brother from The Office. Michael Scott's paper company. All right, we're out of here. I appreciate everybody hanging out. I kind of neglected YouTube chat tonight, but what are you going to do? I know Shot Down was there. I appreciate you as always, Shot Down. Misa, who else we got? Olivia. I wonder if that's the Olivia that won 2 times. Probably is. Joy with the cat cameo. I miss Joy's cat, but I always hear and see Joy's cats all the time. Oh, there you go. If somebody can figure out how to train their cat, how to do work, I would buy that course for an infinite amount of money. Just saying. But yeah, everybody have a good one. Renee, appreciate you as always hanging out in chat. I was here too. Yeah, Caleb, I got to send you a gift card. It pains my. I'm going to send you a 10-cent gift card. But yeah, everybody have a good one. Nice meeting you all. Fun. Oh, your first Zoom, he comes in, he wins a gift card. Hey, we appreciate you. Everybody have a good one. Reach out if you need me. Tommy Boy, thanks for wearing the festive hat. I didn't feel. Hey, Mike, how do we
find you in Discord?
What was that?
He wanted to know how you find him on Discord.
Mike.
Yeah, what's up? Can you hear me, Sean?
Happy holidays, everybody, anyway.
Sean's here.
Yes, happy holidays. Mike, how do we find you in Discord?
Are you in the Discord?
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yep, happy holidays.
Happy Hanukkah.
I'll see you all one more time before Christmas. So,
Thank
Sean,
you,
what's
Mike.
your name in Discord, Sean?
It's Baba Meta.
Let me see if I can find you real quick. What do you need? The template?
I was gonna send you my email. I'll take the template also though.
I message you. I'm gonna add you as a friend on there.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
All right, we're out of here. I sent you a
Go
friend
Ducks.
request. Everybody have a good
All
one.
right, appreciate it.
Green.